Good morning, students. Today we will learn digital documentation. Means how to create digital documents, how to modify our document, how to make changes, how to save, close, open documents. All these things we will do with the help of word processing. Word processing Word processing means creating or manipulating text documents using some word processing computer applications in a presentable and effective manner. Means manual documentation has so many constraints, like once a document is created, it cannot be modified. We cannot apply different text formats to make an attractive document. Such documents cannot be saved for later use, and multiple original copies cannot be created. But all these problems and lot more can be easily handled in computer using a word processor. Using these, we not just only create the attractive and presentable documents, but also modify them with the required change and can print the hard copy when needed. They provide various other tools like spell checker, mail merge, tables, etc. to handle many other typical documentation problems. Commonly used word processors are Microsoft Word, Google Docs, WordPad, Apache OpenOffice Writer, iWork Pages, etc. Today we will start word processor. Features of a word processor. Speed. DOIT is used to create document by typing easily and quickly. Editing features. Corrections, if any, are easier to handle in word processor after typing the document. If you want to insert, delete or modify some contents, it can be easily done without making the document messy. A document can be reused as a new document just with the minor modification. Formatting features. Various text formatting options are available which can be used for making the document more presentable and attractive, like changing font, text color, alignment, spacing, indentations, etc. Graphical support. Along with the text, images can also be used in the document to make it more elaborative. These are tools available which can be used to draw and color any type of figure. Storage. Document can be stored permanently into the storage device for the later use. The saved document can be opened, modified and printed anytime it is needed. Object linking and embedding, OLE. Using this feature, any type of object like a video clip, audio, chart, image can be inserted as an object, or the data from the other applications can be inserted or linked in the document. Useful tools. There are many built-in tools like spelling and grammar checker, mail merge, print preview, which are helpful in doing specialized job for correcting spelling or grammatical errors. Viewing the document before printing or generating multiple individual letters using mail merge. Introduction to word processing. Microsoft Word 2010 is one of the word processing component of Microsoft Office 2010 suite, used for creating, editing, formatting or printing the text document. Using this, we can create high quality text document like letters, reports, books, etc. The powerful features of Microsoft Word 2010 makes it one of the most widely used word processing software. So students, let us start how to use word processor, how to create document by using Microsoft Word 2010. To start Microsoft Word 2010, click on Window button, type Word 2000, select Microsoft Word 2010. The following Word 2010 window appear on the screen. Let us discuss the components of Word 2010. File tab. This tab is a file tab. It gives access to backstage view, which can be used to do file related operations like opening or saving file, creating a file, printing, etc. All the options are available here. Next is quick access toolbars. This toolbar is present on the left side of title bar near the file tab, which contains the tool buttons to perform common operations like save, undo, redo. Next is title bar. Title bar is displayed at the top of Word 2010 or every window, which shows the name of application, that is Microsoft Word, along with the name of currently active document. The default name of Word document is document 1. Next is ribbon. The toolbars and menus present in the previous version of Microsoft Word have been replaced by ribbon in Microsoft Word 2010, which is made up of tabs and groups. Each tab has a set of commands present in the shape of tools button. These buttons are then further categorized under various groups like font group, etc. Paragraph group, font group. Ruler bar. Word has a horizontal and a vertical ruler present across the top and left side of the document respectively, which tells the width and height of the page. It is also shows the margin, indent or tab positions. Document area. This is the largest area in the Word window where the text is entered for processing. It has a blinking line at its top left margin called cursor, which is the insertion point from where the text entry starts on the page. Then scroll bar. Scroll bars. The two scroll bars in the window helps to navigate in a large size document. Horizontal scroll bar, vertical scroll bar. Horizontal scroll bar is helpful while moving from left to right, and vertical scroll bar to move from top to bottom. Means scroll bars are useful whenever we need to navigate the window. Status bar. This bar is located at the bottom that displays the document information like current page, number, template in use, zoom percentage, over type mode, selection mode, that is given at the right hand side of the window. Creating a new document, click on file menu, new option will be available. Then many options are available here. We are creating blank document, click blank document, then click on create. the new document will be opened. We can type our text here. Views of a document. Microsoft Word provides different ways in a document can be viewed depending on the purpose for which it is viewed. Means Microsoft has many views like print layout view, full screen view, web layout view, many view we have. Default view is print layout view. This is the default view we see when we open a document. This view is best used when the document will contain things like images, headers, footers, columns, etc. Each of these components will be visible in this view. We can see how the document will print according to its page breaks. Next view is full screen reading view. Let's type some text here to see the view in better way. Yes, I inserted some text in the document. Next view is full screen view. Full screen reading view is optimized for reading a document on the computer screen. In full screen reading view, we also have the option of seeing the document as it would appear on a printed page. We should view the document in full screen reading view to maximize the space available for reading for or commenting on the document. Now close the full screen view. We can close it from the right hand side. Close button is given. Next, web layout view. The web layout view, to view the document as it would look like as a web page. In this view, we can see the background text is wrapped to fit the window and images appear as they would online. Means the web page look like this. Next is outline view. Outline view is used to view the document as an outline and show the outlining tools. This is useful if we are moving sections of the document or creating an outline. Means if we have different sections of a document. Now close outline view. Click on close outline view option. Draft view. Next view is draft view. Draft view is used to view the document as a draft to enable to quickly edit the text. Certain elements of the document such as headers and footers will not be visible in the draft view. Now we have two methods to view our document in different views, changing from one view to another view. One is click on view menu. All the view will be available here. Print layout to draft view. One by one we can change the view. And another way, the second method we have next to the print zoom area, we have all the views at the right hand side. We can use the view buttons next to the zoom slider in the button right of the status bar. Yes. Web layout view, outline view. Yes. Default view, print view. Now students, let's learn how to save the document. Click on file menu. Save or save as, two options are available here. Click on save or save as any options. Then we can get a dialog box. Locate the location means select location where you want to save your document. Suppose I want to save my document on the desktop. I select here desktop, and if we have created any folder, we can select the further folder on the desktop like D drive or any drive, and type the name of your file. Type name on the insertion tab, default line it has taken now, and click on save button. Now we have saved our documents. Shortcut key is Ctrl+S. Shortcut key is used to save the document. Another we have open document. A saved document can be used anytime when needed. Then click on file menu, file, then open option will be available there. Select open option, and we can open the desired document, existing document. Close. To close the document, click on file menu, then click on close option. The opened file will be closed. Now to close the Word 2010 application, how to close it? Click on file menu. Under the file menu, exit option is available. When we click on exit option, the opened application will be closed. So students, today we have learned how to start MS Word. Okay, in next session we will do the another features of MS Word, like edit the documentation, how to edit in the documentation. Thank you.